Good afternoon, everybody. Apologize for being a few minutes late. I was having some technical difficulties, but I am here. I'm glad you're here. Let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from, what brokerage you're with. Today, we are talking about AI, how to leverage AI, how to use AI to create content on social media, reduce your stress. I actually just taught a class on this yesterday at the Miami Association of Realtors, and people were blown away how much AI can do for you. So let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from, what brokerage you're with. We got Catherine from Fresno. We got Donald from Houston EXP. We got Craig Walker from Seattle. We got Joseph from Aventura. Awesome, awesome. People from all over the country tuning in. Numbers are still rising. I'll give people a few more minutes to join in. I was a few minutes late as well. Apologize for that. I was trying to get this ChatGPT to get working, but it was giving me a hard time. Awesome. And as you're tuning in, also share with me how many people on this call have actually experimented with AI. Whether you're using our tool, you're using ChatGPT, you're using Pi, you're using any kind of tool, and put in the chat, what tool are you using? What is your AI tool of choice? Is it ChatGPT? Is it Pi? Is it Social Cloud? Are you using Perplexity? All different uses out there. ChatGPT, I'm seeing a lot of that. Some Pi in there. Awesome. I love that people know about Pi as well. Sharon says, I'd like to use Pi. Not using anything. Awesome, awesome. So we got people from all over. ChatGPT integrated into other specialty sites. I've been using ChatGPT for months. Helps me with my writing skills. I agree. It has helped me tremendously. In fact, it's alleviated my stress around writing skills. Awesome. We'll give people a few more minutes to join, maybe one more minute, and then I'll get started. I got a lot to show you. I am going to be giving you today a lot of different things. I'm going to be giving you the tools that you can use for AI to create social media content. I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to create content on AI. I'm going to show you how easy it is to post that content on multiple platforms. And what else am I going to show? I'm going to show you how to create imagery using AI. I'm going to give you the template for how to create a post. I think that's going to be gold for you all, is give you the structure on how to ask AI to write content for you. Awesome. Who's excited today? Who's ready to learn about AI? Let me know. Put AI in the chat so I know AI, we're ready to go. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. All right. Let's see if everybody can see my screen once I share it here. Give me 1 second. And yes, this call will be recorded. Absolutely. And you'll get the replay as long as you're registered. And I want to share with you all that I do these trainings every Friday. And I'll give you a second to text into that number to get on the list for these trainings. Let me make sure we can get you logged in here, get everybody access. Give me 1 second here. And let me share my screen over here. All right, so every Friday, I do a complimentary training on different subjects. And last Friday, I did an amazing training. A lot of the agents told me it was amazing. It was on listing presentations created through Canva. In fact, I gave some people homework and I gave them the template on how to create a beautiful listing presentation in Canva. And a lot of agents actually went and created their listing presentation in Canva using that template. The week before I did Canva, just in general. The week before that, I did Facebook 101. I did YouTube 101. So if you want to be on the list for these complimentary trainings, it's very easy. All you do is text the word training to this phone number, 516-400-4161. And that way you won't miss the Friday trainings. You can also register anytime at influencerexperttraining.com. So I'll give some of you that are new to this call, if you want to be on the trainings every Friday, my name's Alex Montalenti. I'm the CEO of Real Greater. We serve over 50,000 agents in the country with digital marketing, education, resources, technology. We are approved vendors with Anywhere, KW, Berkshire Hathaway, you name it, we've got approved. And these trainings are just a way of me giving back to the industry and providing a lot of education and resources. So today I'm covering AI. Let me know in the chat if you were able to text in. You provide your basic information, you'll be on the list, and then you will be joined onto the list of trainings. Awesome, Craig got in. Maria, if you weren't receiving the notifications before, just give it another try. Text training to this number and let me know once you're done and you joined the training list and you received the automatic notification after providing your information. Let me know. I see Joe did it, Sherry did it, Holly did it, Maria did it, Craig, Sharon, bunch of people are texting in. I'll give you all a moment to do that. It'll ask you for some basic information like birthday, city. I don't really do anything with that information, just to be clear. All I'm doing is putting you on the texting list. That way, every Friday when I have a new training, I'll let you all know in advance. Sounds good? And how many people on this call have attended a previous training? Let everybody else know. How are the trainings for you? Why do you keep coming back? Awesome. Sharon says, I already signed up for the program. Awesome. This is part of the program, this complimentary Friday trainings. And anybody can join at influencerexperttraining.com. Robert says, I love all the new info. Teresa, great information. Craig says, these are awesome. Was at the Canville one. It was excellent. Great trainings. Thank you so much, everybody. Just want everybody who's new to know, hey, this is something that's really going to help your business. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just really here stepping it up for myself, and I'm stepping it up for all of you. Holly's done 4 trainings so far. That's awesome, Holly. I appreciate that. All right. Another complimentary training for you. Just so you know, every Thursday, if you have one of our complimentary digital business cards or you're a customer, we do a training on digital business cards, how to get Google reviews every Thursday, instacartzoom.com. So these are 2 trainings that we provide complimentary to the entire industry. Thursdays at 1 p.m. on using a digital card, how to get more Google reviews. That's instacartzoom.com. And every Friday is influencerexperttraining.com, where I cover a new subject every time. Excellent. So let's back up here. A little bit about me. I've been in the industry for 23 years. My mom was a realtor. She got me into the business. My mom was terrific with people, terrible with technology. She really couldn't get a listing into the MLS. There wasn't the thing that she was interested in. She was focused on relationships. How many people on this call feel like you're better at relationships than you are at technology? Put relationships in the chat, because that's really what matters. The technology just speeds it up, makes things easier. It generates the leads. But at the end of the day, if you can't build relationships, you don't have a business. So I get it. You're all focused on your relationships because that's where the money is. That's where you get to enjoy yourself. That's where the love of real estate comes from. I watched my mom do it. I do it in my own business. You have to build the relationship. The technology, that's just extra. That's what brings it in. That's what gets you to have more relationships. But my mom, she didn't want to do the tech. She's like, Alex, you're a techie. You do the tech. So I started doing my mom's digital marketing back in the year 2000 when the internet boomed. And we closed a really big deal. It was an $80,000 commission check on a commercial property, very big commercial property. And that paid the mortgage for years as a single mom. My mom really appreciated that deal. It really made a difference. And all of her friends wanted to adopt me. They wanted to hire me. Next thing you know, I'm in real estate technology for 23 years now. And we have a company that the National Association of Realtors even invested in our company. And now we're booming. And now I'm at a place where I can enjoy my Fridays teaching all of you, not trying to sell you on anything, but just doing what I love, which is teaching. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to blow your minds today as much as I can on AI because I'm a big fan of AI. I think this is such a tool to leverage your time and free you up from a lot of nonsense that currently could be occupying your space. How does that sound? Let's get started. Here's some extra bonuses for you all. I'm giving you all these guidebooks today. If you don't have them already, we're going to give them to you. They're digital guidebooks. They were published in the National Association of Realtors store. You're going to get all of these just for coming today. 252 pages of guidebooks, how to do Facebook, how to do Google, how to do Instagram. I'm also going to give you a list of AI tools that you can use in your business. Some of them are free, some you got to pay for. They're not our companies. They're just companies that we think you should know about in the AI space. So how many people on the call feel like they'd love to get the AI tools, the guidebooks? Say yes in the chat. We're going to make it really easy for you. And I'm also going to give you a complimentary digital business card, which we built free, right? Complimentary. For those of you that want a digital business card, or if you already have it through us, not a problem. Keep the pro one that you have. If you don't have one yet, here's an opportunity to leverage that. It's also a website, so why not, right? So how do you get all of this complimentary stuff? Very simple. Actually, change that. I'm going to put the right word here. Text the word free. So text the word free to 516-400-4161, and we'll automatically text you all of these links. The link to the guidebooks, the link to the AI tools, and the link to the digital card. So I'll give you a moment to do that. I'm all about value today. Just give you value. Because at the end of the day, if I'm not providing you value, what are you doing here? You're wasting an hour of your time, right? So once you got the links, say, hey, I got the links, Alex. Thanks so much. And I'll move on to the content. And Sharon, don't put it in the Zoom chat. You actually have to text it to that phone number. That's how you get the links onto your phone. Holly says, I got them. Maria says, I got the link. Sharon got it. Sharon did it. Catherine got it. Amazing. Done, done, done. Received. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Check those things out after the training because I'm going to cover a lot of content today, but I just want you to have all that because I can provide it. So why not provide it to you, right? Years ago, I used to charge thousands of dollars to build a website, to do digital cards, things like that. Now we're able to provide a complimentary version. If you ever want more, you know where to find us. But that is complimentary for all of you right there. I'll put the phone number in the chat one more time, just for people who don't see it or they're driving or something, and you just text free. Let me just copy that for you all. Boom. All right, good to go. Let's get into it. Leveraging AI. So what can I share with you about AI? AI is a game changer, okay? I used to write emails. I used to write text messages. I used to create social media content all on my own. And I would be just like all of you probably, where I have analysis paralysis, right? I don't want to create the post because what if I put a spelling error? I don't want to post the post because what if somebody says you didn't do it right? I don't know what to post. I don't know what to write. What content should I create? How many people feel like me, like you get overwhelmed with all of this and you don't know what to do, right? And a lot of the times we don't even post just because we're afraid of a spelling error. We're not going to look professional. We don't know what hashtags to use. We don't know what emojis to use. All of this stuff that you don't know how to use it. Holly says, sounds like you're reading my mind. Spelling errors. Yes. I have been there where I'm like ready to post it and I'm like, I'm not going to post it. Or I post it and then my friend calls me. He's like, did you really just post that with a spelling error? And I'm like, did the point come across? Like, leave me alone. But the point is, with AI, you don't have to worry about the spelling errors. You have to check it, but it's really good. You don't have to worry about the hashtags because it comes up with amazing hashtags. You don't have to worry about the content because it writes beautiful content. You don't even have to worry about the images anymore because the AI can generate images. Pretty wild, right? Does it look personal? You tell me. I'm at a point where I almost can't tell the difference between an AI post and a human post. So it's getting really good. In fact, I was at an event and a client had taken a testimonial that they received on Google and uploaded it to AI, and the AI wrote a really emotional, engaging post. And I was blown away. Right? So it's at this level now where you really want to get in there and start using it because it can save you time. It can actually write content better than you. When I write topics, descriptions about how to invite you all to my webinar, I'm using AI to get ideas, to get hashtags, to get topics, to get catchy hooks. So there's all of this available through AI. Now, what tools are you going to use? Well, I want to tell you about a few of them that I've been exploring that are really amazing. First of all, if you have Canva, Canva has AI now, right? So Canva has a dream lab where you can create images using AI. You can literally tell Canva, create an image for me with a house that's a Victorian style house and put a realtor with a for sale sign in the front, and it'll create the image. You can do the same thing with ChatGPT, but what's nice about doing it in Canva is then from Canva, you can create content in a post. And Marie, I believe Dreamlab is part of the paid version, just to be clear. I'm not sure. Paid version of Canva, $120 a year. Free version of Canva, free, right? But I'm just telling you, there are tools out there that create images using AI now. And Canva Dreamlab is one of them. And I got Mario assisting me on the chat. Thank you so much, Mario.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
Awesome. ChatGPT is another amazing tool for creating images and content. So if you're using ChatGPT 4, you can actually ask it to create an image for, let's say, the Miami real estate market or the Las Vegas condo market, or create an image with a beautiful luxury living room, or create an image with a backyard and a pool. So you can ask for all these images and it will create it. You can also ask ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, write me a post as an experienced real estate agent working at EXP, Coldwell Banker, you name it. And why don't you include 6 emojis and a minimum of 9 hashtags on the topic of the 3 biggest mistakes homeowners make when buying a home? I can literally ask ChatGPT. I can dictate it into my phone, right? So I can literally do that right now. I go on my phone, I open up ChatGPT, and I use the dictation tool, and I go, hey, ChatGPT, can you write me a social media post for Instagram as an experienced real estate professional using at least 6 emojis and 9 hashtags on the topic of the biggest mistake homeowners make when buying a condo in Miami? And I hit submit, and it said absolutely. And I hit submit, and boom, it creates a post. I'm going to demo that for you today. Awesome. Jack says, can you do a quick demo on Canva on how using the AI? I have the pro plan. You know what? I can do that. So let's do that really fast, just to give you all some experience of what AI can do. So I go to Canva, and I go on Dreamlab, which is on the navigation on the left-hand side. And Dreamlab looks like this. And I can literally tell the Dreamlab, create an image of a real estate professional. Let's see, in the backyard, I'm going to get crazy, in the backyard of a home with a pool. Let's see how crazy it can get. Never done this before, just throwing it out there. Let's see what happens. And I'm using spelling mistakes because we're human. Look at that. It worked, right? So Canva just created images with a realtor in the backyard of a luxury home with a pool. Pretty crazy. Like, we're going to test some stuff today. We might break some things today, but I just want to show you how far this can go. And yes, you can insert yourself into the image. And yes, you can put your logo on this post. And yes, you can take this post and turn it into a reel. You can turn it into whatever you want. Can you upload an image of yourself? Absolutely. It's Canva. Can you remove the background? Yes. Canva even has a background remover. So all of this is available to you, right? And I did a whole training on Canva. So if you want that Canva training, either now or later, you can text Canva into that same phone number and I'll send you the Canva training I did, where I showed people how to put their photo in, how to remove the background, how to create a post, how to even create a listing presentation. It was pretty wild. Agents were blown away. But this is just Canva Dream Lab. This isn't even AI. This is like the basics of AI. Okay, we're just getting started here. Everybody get where we're going here? How many people knew this was available? Let me know. If you did not know what is available, say I did not know. If you knew, say I knew about this in the chat. Holly says nope. Did not know. Marissa knew. Robert did not. Sherry did not. Yeah, so a lot of people didn't know about this. Awesome. So I just shared with you something new. It's available in Canva. You can create images as you wish. What if I wanted to push it? I'm going to push the envelope and say, add a dragon in the image. I'm just curious how far we can go with this. I like breaking things, and then that tells me the limitations, right? Oh, wow. We got a dragon, everybody. We literally have a realtor with a dragon in the back pool standing by the pool. Now, I think that would create some engagement to post something like this and say, would you caption this post? Realtor with a dragon in the pool. I'm sure people would have a field day going, is that dragon going to eat you? What's up with the dragon by the pool? Did you hire a dragon as your assistant? Who knows where this could go, right? Pretty cool, right? Just getting started, everybody. Just getting started here. So let me keep going here. Obviously, the other tool is ChatGPT, okay? And Robert, Dreamlab is on the navigation on the left-hand side if you have the pro account. So you go to menu on the left-hand side, below projects, templates, brand, you have Dreamlab. And if you want the Canva training, just text Canva to that phone number that I provided, and I'll make sure that my team gets that over to you. And the number, once again, is 516-400-4161. All right, ChatGPT. I want to show you some crazy stuff in ChatGPT. So let's give this a try. I'm going to show you what you want to think about here. When you're asking ChatGPT or any AI tool to write a post for you or content or get a content idea, you want to set the tone. Meaning, how do you want that post to be shared? How do you want that email to be written? How do you want that text message to be written? Do you want to share it like excited? Do you want to share it inspiring? Do you want it to be engaging? Do you want it to be happy? You choose the tone and you literally tell AI how you want it. Write me an exciting post. Write an inspiring post. Write an engaging post. So that's the first thing you need to do, is command the program, the AI, to how you want to set the tone. Are we following so far? One of the next things you want to do is set the expectation. What do you want here? Do you want a big, long email? Do you want a 500-page post? Or do you want a post for Instagram? Or do you want a post that's 100 characters? Or do you want a post for Facebook? Or do you want to write a bio? Or do you want to write a story? Or do you just want a short social media post? Then you can tell it how many hashtags you want. I want a minimum of 9 hashtags, and I want to use emojis, so let's use a minimum of 6 emojis. So slowing it down for you all, when I ask ChatGPT or any AI to write me a post, I have to set the proper tone and the proper expectation. This is what's missing for a lot of you that are using AI, is you're just taking the standard response. We have to get a little more inquisitive. We have to get a little more curious as to how we want to do it. We want to have a little more courage to ask the AI to write it the way we want it written. That's what's going to make it unique to you. It's not going to be a standard post anymore. Okay? So I'm going to ask for, let's say, an inspiring post with 9 hashtags minimum and use 6 emojis, and it's for Instagram. Or I want it to be 500 characters. Are we following so far? Let me know in the chat. If I'm moving too fast, say, hey, you're moving too fast. If you're following, say I'm following. I just want to gauge the room and see where you're at with this.
I just want to also comment, if I may.
Yes, you may.
That it's very important that this, obviously you're not speaking to a living person. So some folks, you might, if you want, you can be nice. You can say, hey, would you please do a post for me? Or you can just say, do me a post. And it's not going to get offended. And also you want to get that it starts learning from you. The more specific you are, the more personable you are, like you're talking to somebody so that they really get you on the first round, then feel free to be extra specific. Feel free to add as much detail as possible. That will make a difference in the quality of the results it'll produce for you.
Bingo. So yeah, I find myself, because I'm very, I don't know what the word is, Mari, maybe you know what the word is, but I literally find myself by default telling my AI, would you please write me a post? Right? Like I'm kind to my AI. You
There
can
you
choose to
go.
the way you want. It's not going to be offended, right? Because it is a computer at the end of the day. So that's always interesting to see how people ask differently. Um, and you can also ask it to modify things after it provides a result. So maybe it provides a result and you say, can you please make it shorter or make it shorter, whatever, however you like to demand your post. And the other thing is that you get to be as creative or as descriptive as you would like. So you could literally say, make me a post as a seasoned professional with over 24 years of experience working at Coldwell Banker, EXP, Better Homes and Gardens, Berkshire Hathaway in the Miami market, and write it as an engaging post with 6 hashtags, 7 emojis, and only 1,000 characters. Do you see how specific I was? If I'm specific, I'm going to get a specific response. But if I go to the AI and I say, write me a social media post, it's going to write you a social media post. About what? About Miami condo market. It'll do that too. But will it include hashtags? Maybe not. Will it include emojis? Maybe not. Will it tell you how many characters? It'll randomly choose. If you don't tell it what to do, you don't get the result you want. So you need to start training yourself to telling it what you like. Okay?
It's called
David,
prompt.
yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, sir. Yeah, it's called prompt engineering. It's just a fancy way of saying learn a little bit of tech talk, learn a little bit of computer talk so that it knows, it kind of figures out better what it is you're trying to say. So if your prompt or if the results disappoint you, that means the quality of your prompt is not there yet. So you definitely want to work on becoming more skilled at talking a little computer talk.
Yeah, and what I'll add to that, it's real life too, everybody. It's like if I ask Mario, can you contact that client for me? And he's like, and what? When do you want me to do it? What do you want me to say? You gave me no context. Without proper context, the result you get could be anything. If I give Mario the proper context, say, hey, Mario, can you contact that client and talk to them about their customer support issue? And do me a favor, contact them and get back to me by 2 p.m. today. And let me know what the outcome is as well as the steps moving forward. That's proper communication, right? So what you put in is what you get out. So what I'm inviting you all to consider is that when you're communicating to the AI, be specific and you will get amazing results. If you're not specific, you're going to get blah results just like everybody else who's using AI. The people who are masterful at AI, it's because they're being very specific about what they're asking. Does that make sense? And I see some people asking about like what's the price of ChatGPT and all that. I mean, I pay for the $20 a month version. I'm not going to get into too much of that detail because I want to focus on how to use AI in general. I'm going to go very high level with you all, and then you can do your research as to which tool is going to provide the most access for you. It does have foreign language capability. That I will answer. You can do posts in Spanish. You can do posts in any language that you'd like. So back here, I'm setting the expectation for my prompt. I'm setting the tone of my prompt, and then I'm going to consider what a catchy hook might be. Many of you who do social media and you don't get results, it's because you have no hook. Many people in your business, because you don't have results, is because you have no hook, right? I'll use the perfect example. Our business at a trade show, we've got a huge hook that says, let's Google you. And of course, people come up, Google me. I want to see what it looks like. So we hook people into our booth. If you're not hooking them into your content, they're not going to stop to read your content. Not to get crazy here, but what if you did a post like, I almost died? Everybody would stop to read it. I'm not saying you should go do this, but I'm saying everybody would stop to read it. But if you just did a post like, oh, the real estate market in Miami, scroll, not that interesting, right? But what if it was like the biggest mistake homeowners make from an experienced professional who's worked with over 2,500 home buyers? I would want to read that because that's an experienced post. So you have to find these catchy hooks, and I'm going to give you catchy hooks today. Here's some great hooks and prompts that you can use. 5 tips to buying a home, 5 tips to staging a home, 5 tips to finding the best price for a home, 3 mistakes homeowners make, 3 mistakes people make in negotiating their price, 3 mistakes people make when applying for credit for a home, 3 mistakes people make in the under contract process. How many been there where your client goes and uses up their credit cards just before they get approved for the loan? Anybody takers in the chat, right? Because people don't know. So 3 mistakes when getting approved for a loan. The biggest mistake. That's the kind of post that everybody stops to read. 3 lessons I've learned. People always read those. The 3 secrets to building a business. The 3 secrets to saving money to buy a home. The 3 secrets to paying down your mortgage. The 5 best ways to stage your home, the 5 best ways to build a pool, the 5 best ways to landscape, the 5 best ways to improve the value of your home. Do you see where I'm going here? These kind of posts work really well. I see it all the time on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram. Those are the posts that go viral. It's the ones that are simple and I'm going to get value, and it kind of stops me to say I should read this. So you put a number, and then you put a thing like tips, mistakes, lessons, secrets, best ways, reasons, things to look for, and that's a catchy hook. Yeah, Robert says the old Craig Proctor hooks, right? It's no different. I'm not inventing the wheel here. This has been done over and over for decades, right? So I'm going to invite you all right now. What's a catchy hook that you think somebody, a consumer, might read? Feel free to put it in the chat. Let's get creative right now. Take one of these. 5 tips of staging a home. 3 mistakes in buying a home. The biggest mistake the home seller makes. The biggest mistake in negotiating a home. What do you think a good hook would be for a social media post? Put it in the chat and let's all share. I'll give you all a moment to put it in the chat. Mario, what do you have as a good hook in the meanwhile?
Oh, one great hook that I've used in the past when I do my emails is, this is the last time I see boom, 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 boom. I'll say something like, that's it. Like, I'm tired. Like, this better be the last time I see, or this problem happens again, or I hear a realtor say that they don't know how to handle social media, and then boom, I get lots of engagement.
Bingo. So Jack says 3 mistakes with lenders, committed with lenders. 3 tips for a successful 1031 exchange. I like that one actually a lot. First step in negotiation. Awesome. The one biggest misconception about the real estate market today. Awesome. 7 reasons to own versus rent. Yeah. Isn't this simple, everybody? This is like marketing 101. We have to have a catchy hook in order to attract people to read our content. So if you don't put any hook on the top, then you're just a post and you're going to get passed by. But if you put a hook, you're going to catch somebody who's going to want to read it and learn about it. And you, as the influencer, you, as the industry professional, have the best advice on this. And if you don't, guess what? Your new friend called AI has the answer. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room anymore. That's the crazy part. You just have to know somebody really smart, and that person is your AI, right? So if you want to, Joe wants to know the 3 secrets to getting the best home, or Teresa wants to know the 3 best tips to get your offer accepted, I'm going to use Teresa's, for example, and let's go to ChatGPT and see what happens here, right? Write me a post on the topic, 3 best tips to get your offer accepted for real estate. Let's just put, so we're a little more specific. And check it out. It's writing a post. 3 best tips. Number 1, offer a competitive price. Number 2, limit contingencies. Number 3, build a personal connection. Pretty amazing, right? But notice that we weren't that specific, so we didn't get hashtags. We didn't get emojis. We didn't get a lot, but we got some really great content, right? Can everybody agree this is pretty good content for me just spending a second? It would take me a long time to write this, and I probably would not do a great job at it, right? So Joe says, that's too long. Awesome. So now I'm going to say, going to take the same thing, and I'm going to go, write me a social media post on the topic of 3 best tips to get your offer accepted for real estate with 6 emojis and 9 hashtags, and share how I am an experienced agent in the Phoenix market, let's say, and make it engaging and ask them to comment if they agree. Now let's see what happens. Hold on one second. Let me do it here. New message. Boom. So check it out. It's adding emojis. It added hashtags, hashtag Phoenix real estate, hashtag home buying tips, hashtag real estate expert, hashtag Phoenix homes, hashtag competitive market, hashtag dream home, hashtag offer accepted, hashtag Phoenix agent, hashtag home goals, ready to make your next move. Let's chat, DM me today. Way better, right? Does everybody agree this is a better post right now? Now I could also ask this to space it out properly, make it professional. I could ask it to talk about my local market, but can everybody see how crazy that is? Like, I'm just showing you one little example here, but sky's the limit. So every idea you all came up with, the best green improvements for your home value, I could do the same thing. 3 simple steps to home buying, make it as easy as 1, 2, 3. 7 reasons to own versus rent. So let's try another one, right? So I'm just going to go new post. I'm going to go write me a social media post. Oops. About 7 reasons to own versus rent as a real estate professional in the Miami market. I'm like not even putting spaces and leaving spelling issues, right? And boom, 7 reasons to own versus rent in Miami's hot real estate market. Miami is more than just a beautiful city, it's a lifestyle. If you're debating whether to rent or buy in this sizzling market, here are 7 reasons why owning a home is the smarter choice. Build wealth, not bills. Stable costs in an unpredictable market. personalize your space, tax benefits, long-term investment, no landlord, no problem. Right? Ines says, I love this. This is wild. Everybody, this is wild. This did not exist. Like a year ago, nobody could do this and nobody was doing this. And now it's available to you all. Now you can free up your schedule, right? You can start doing this in one day and create a bunch of content. You can use tools that automatically post on all your platforms. There's so much available here. And we're just talking about social media right now. I'm not even talking about email, text messages, listing presentations, you name it, content, stories, video scripts. Sky's the limit, right? So let's go back to the presentation for a second. We talked about some great prompts, right? And yeah, Maria uses it for her MLS remarks. Property descriptions. You can use AI to soup up your property description. What about content ideas, right? So there's lots of content ideas, and Maria just hit the nail on the head with a couple of them for your listing, for your properties, or improving your property descriptions. What if you took a listing you have on Zillow or a listing you have on Realtor.com and you go copy the description into AI and ask it to write a social media post about your property, telling a story, an enchanting story about the home, and listing you as the experienced agent with 6 emojis, 9 hashtags, and ask them to DM you to get the link to see all the pictures for the property. Just an idea. Many thousands more where that came from. What about boosting your real estate bio? What about showcasing a local neighborhood? What about showcasing a listing? What about valuation home research? Hey, write me a market report about the Miami market right now. What about market report videos and call scripts? Who's got some good ideas on what you have used AI to improve your emails, your text messages, your content, your video scripts, your property descriptions? Let me know in the chat so we share with everybody some really great ideas. Maria says, I took my old bio and copied into ChatGPT and rewrote it. Wow. Joseph said me. What did you use it for, Joseph? Let us know. Let's see. What's your biggest takeaway so far, everybody? Let me know in the chat. Craig says I use it for ad. Sharon says I use it for ad copy for listings. Awesome. Craig says I create podcast scripts with it. Amazing. Ines says I use it for property descriptions. Awesome. Holly says I redid my bio. So look, there's other applications for this, right? Engaging scripts, video scripts, podcast scripts. What about if you use the AI to write a DM, a direct message, to create a really engaging direct message? What if you used AI to create emails, text messages, comments, right? And what if you used it for all kinds of social media content? Holly says, how do we use it for texting? You would be surprised, everybody. I'll just share with you that sometimes, Mario, I don't know if he'll like this, but I'm just going to say it. Sometimes we go and create a text message to send to all of you to invite you to a training, and then we run it through AI to say, what would create a lot of engagement here? What would make it inspiring for them to join our webinar? And we ask AI, and it comes up with some ideas. And then I say, shorten it to a text message. For all of you, it might be like, write me a text message that's going to help me get a Google review when I send them the link to get a Google review. And then I say, share it in a way that makes them feel like they're a contribution to me and my business, and share it in a way that's like inspiring. And you can ask it all of these things and it'll write the text message for you. You'll be surprised. These little 20% tweaks go a long way. We've seen our rates go up, open rates, click rates we're basically consulting AI. We have a consultant called AI and we ask it, hey, what would improve my open rates? What would improve my click rates? What would improve my engagement on social media?
It's a great way to get a second opinion. And we have multiple times already seen make our text or our emails go from pretty good to brilliant, go from that was clever to like, wow, that's awesome.
Bingo. Joe says, for texting, do we have to type it into the computer, copy and paste it on the text? Joe, you can just download ChatGPT on your phone, and that way you can ask it on your phone using voice dictation. Can you rewrite that text for me that would actually get the person to respond? How many times do we send text messages and nobody responds? How many times are you trying to reach a home buyer from a realtor.com lead and they don't get back to you? Maybe you should consult AI to see what could I write to be more engaging. So here is a script for you all that I think all of you could use. You could do a screenshot of this. I've tested this script many, many times, and I know it works. Create a social media post as a real estate professional who is experienced at XYZ brand in XYZ city or area, and include 6 emojis minimum and 9 hashtags minimum, including hashtag real estate life. Create the post to be engaging, asking them to comment, like, or DM me for more details on the topic of question mark. This is your gold, everybody. If there's a screen to take a screenshot of in this entire webinar, you're looking at it. I've tested this. This works. And you can swap it out for whatever you want. Create a post as a real estate professional with 24 years of experience who is experienced at EXP, Berkshire Hathaway, you name the brand, in XYZ market, Miami, Davie, Sunrise, New York City, Boston. Include 6 emojis, or if you love emojis, add 9 emojis. If you hate emojis, don't include emojis. And add 9 hashtags minimum. You can go up to 15 generally. And then choose the ones you want to include. I want to include hashtag real estate. I want to include hashtag real estate life. If I'm at EXP, I'm going to go hashtag EXP. If I'm at Berkshire Hathaway, I'm going to go hashtag BHHS. If I'm at Coldwell Banker, hashtag Coldwell Banker. And then create the post to be engaging, asking them to comment, like, or DM me for more details on the topic of insert blank. The topic of 3 mistakes when buying a home. On the topic of 3 ways to increase the value of your investment property. On the topic of the biggest mistakes when building a pool. You name it. Sky's the limit. Here's the template. Play with it. How many people want to use this template? How many people like this template? Let me know in the chat. If you think this will be valuable, put 10 is valuable, 1 is not valuable to me. Thanks, Alex. Good try. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 1,000. 11. All right. People love it. So take a screenshot of that. Use it. It really is gold. Tag me. Comment. You know, when you do the post, I'd like to see the kind of engagement it gets. Because I think you need to tell social media what you want. You have to tell AI what you want. Many of you post and you're like, I don't get any likes. I don't get any comments. Nothing happens here. There's no hook. There's no hashtags. You're not doing anything exciting with the emojis. And you're not asking people to comment, like, or answer a question. So what do you expect to happen? Let's not waste our time anymore. Let's do things that are effective. Let's tell the AI, this is what I want. This is what I want people to do when they read it. This is what I'm looking to create here. Be specific, and you'll get amazing results. Mark Good says, talk about Perplexity versus ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI. Perplexity is more of a search engine. Perplexity is like Google, except having AI search results. And what it's doing is summarizing those search results into little paragraphs and papers. Very different, ChatGPT versus Perplexity. Perplexity is more of a search engine using AI, and ChatGPT is more of a prompting tool to get responses. So if you're doing research, Perplexity is pretty cool. If you're asking a specific question, ChatGPT is probably more effective. Mario, anything to add here?
No, you have it. You have it. You covered it all. It's really exciting. I was just thinking the huge advantage you have as an agent. Having these tools now, people are gonna wonder, how did you do that? That was really clever. I like what you wrote there. This is your secret weapon. You can now begin to use it for everything. Even if you send a text to somebody, you can quickly run it by your chat GPT, make it just a little bit better and see how that helps you and saves you tons of time.
Exactly. So I want to test this on, we have our own AI here and I'm going to test it. I haven't done this test yet. So in our AI that we have here, you can ask for a post in whatever tone you want, let's say excited, and then I could say I just copy and paste what I just talked about with you all. Right? Create a post as a real estate professional who's experienced at, let's say, Coldwell Banker in Miami. Include 6 emojis and 9 hashtags minimum. Include those. Create the post to be engaging on the topic of biggest mistakes. Now let's do this. Of best ways to increase property value. Now let's see what happens. Yes, Maria, this is available to influencers. So check it out. Ready to unlock the full potential of your property? Let's dive into the best ways to increase your property value. Whether you're planning to sell or just want to invest in your future, these tips can make a significant impact. Refresh your curb appeal. Consider energy efficient upgrades. A fresh coat of paint can do wonders. Don't underestimate the power of staging. Comment below with your favorite improvement idea. Like this post or DM me. Hashtag, hashtag, hashtag. And boom, you can select it and push it out on all the platforms. Right? So it's available, everybody. The technology is now here. You can use Canva Dream Lab to create imagery, or just Canva in general. You can use ChatGPT for post ideas. You can use a tool like ours to post on all your platforms, and you just saved hours and hours of time. Could be per day, could be per week, definitely tens of hours per month, right? So it's massive. And I was in a class with a social media manager of a real estate company. And she told me that ever since AI came out, she's able to create 8 times the amount of content for her office than she used to be able to. 8 times. Ines says, do you recommend doing this on your phone or computer? For ChatGPT, you can use both. For our program, I definitely recommend desktop. For Canva, I like desktop over mobile. It's just more to work with. Let's see what other questions. So that is the template that I recommend checking out and using. So let me just refresh for you all. Number 1, set the tone. How do you want the post to be? And I didn't even include that in my template. Inspiring, engaging, exciting, because in our software, you get to choose. Then you want to set the expectations. Do you want hashtags? Do you want emojis? How many characters do you want? Then you need a catchy hook, which you can use any of these: 5 tips, 3 mistakes, 3 lessons, 3 secrets, 5 best ways, etc. And then you have content ideas. Use it for your listing properties, use it for market reports, use it to showcase a neighborhood, home valuation research, you name it. And then you've got the script. Create a post as a real estate professional who is experienced at XYZ brand in XYZ area. Write an inspiring post, including 6 emojis minimum, 9 hashtags minimum, including these hashtags specifically. Create the post to be engaging, asking them to comment, like, or DM for more details on the topic of, and here's the beauty, everybody, don't get crazy with the of part. Really just drop your hook in. You don't have to write the whole post. AI is going to write the post for you, and then you can correct whatever you want. Just drop the hook. The biggest mistakes in homeownership, staging tips, you name it. So what's your biggest takeaway in the class so far? We got a few more minutes, everybody. Let me know in the chat. Biggest takeaway. Holly says hooks. Craig says hooks for sure. Roberta says, I did not realize the extent of AI. Yes. David says the Canva Dream Lab. Maria says Dream Lab and hooks. Time savings. Yes, big time. Huge time savings. Fresh ideas. Great. The ease of putting this into my business. Amazing. It writes better than me. Yes. We have to give up the fact that some things are just done better, not by us. Mario just proved that to me the other day. Such
Yeah,
a time.
I just want to add one more thing, which would be that make this part of your normal lifestyle. It may sound kind of strange because not too long ago we had to hire an expert writer, and we had to do all this research and influencers and just spend a lot of time, a lot of money. In the market today, they have already seen that what people used to invest on so-called social media managers and experts no longer makes sense. So imagine if you do this daily, just in the morning, you send a little motivation to your team, or you want to put something on your social media, just practice using it like your personal assistant. You'll notice you'll get better. And then when you least expect it, you're going to say, hey, let me try using this right now, maybe for an open house or an upcoming event or a gathering. And it may just be that magic in your day that's going to open up some for more business.
Bingo. It really is magical. I mean, just look at this. You can create a post, have all your social media linked. This technology exists. You can bring in stuff from Canva. You can upload images, get them created in Canva through the Dream Lab or ChatGPT. Ask the AI to write the post. Say I like it or I want to change it, and then boom, it goes out on all your platforms. This technology exists. We already do it for like thousands of clients. And the last thing I'll share with you all is these trainings happen every Friday, and they're complimentary. And I invite you to come back every Friday. I'm here every Friday. Mario's here every Friday. So feel free to join us. Every week we do a new topic. Sometimes we bring in guests. We've got a great guest coming in, I believe, next week, and I'll be on there as well. And if you enjoyed the training today, you saw the value, the only thing we ask for, if you saw the value today, take the time, give us a 5-star review on Google. I'm on a mission right now to speak across the country as a national speaker on technology for realtors, helping you all with all the changes that are happening in the industry. It would make a real difference for me after being an hour with you all. If you haven't done it already, if you've done it already, thank you so much. But if you haven't done it already, go to realgraderreview.com or scan this QR code, pop in a beautiful 5-star review talking about the training. More agents need to know about it. And I also invite you to invite at least 3 of your friends, right? If each of you invites 3 of your friends to the training, the next thing you know, we got hundreds of agents on the call. Everybody's benefiting from my 1 hour that I spend here. We're all going to grow. We're all going to learn. Feel free to share this with your office, your broker, anybody. Want to spread the word. We've got a lot of technology, a lot of resources, a lot of education available for you all. So if you have a moment, take the time, scan the QR code, go to realgraderreview.com, and I'll stick around for a few more minutes. If you have questions, feel free to share them in the chat. Donald's like, no, just my team. I don't want anybody else to know about this hidden gem. I know the feeling, Donald, but spread the word. Robert says, how do we get to Dreamlab on Canva? I did not see it. It's on the left-hand side. Robert. April says, I did a 5-star review last week. Thank you so much. Donald, thank you so much. Jack says, I'm going to use ChatGPT for that review. I love it. I'll take it. Let's see what it does. Let's see the magic behind that. Maria, if you're an influencer client, the AI tool is in the dashboard under Manage Your Posts. Joe, if you need help to get started, you should join us on the Monday call. Join us on the Monday call. Just text in, and I will send you the link. But every Monday is where new clients join. Roberta says, "Thank you. I always learn something new. Awesome." Joseph says, "Thank you. Always very good lessons." No problem, Joseph. I appreciate you coming back every week. Mario, anything else you want to share with the community?
Yeah, that we welcome you. If you want to give us a review using AI, we welcome it because the name of the game is the more reviews, the bigger the win.
And this is a good lesson for all of you as well. There's a reason, I'm providing value on these trainings, and then I'm saying, hey, if I provided value to you, can you provide me a 5-star review? All of you should be thinking the same way. When you're providing value to your clients, you might want to ask them, because when you ask, you actually receive. So you got to be specific. Would you mind providing me a 5-star review on Google? And that's going to drive up your reputation on Google. That's going to help you win more listings. That's going to help you win more business. So just like I'm here asking for a 5-star review, all of you should be doing the same. When you speak to people, when you provide value, even if they're not your client, right? But you actually provided value to them, you could ask them for a 5-star review. And that's going to drive up your SEO. That's going to drive up your presence on Google. Craig, thank you. I am going to check out the review. Thank you so much. And by the way, I read these reviews. This is the best way for me to end my week, is I do a training like this. I pour myself into this training, and then I sit back and I read the reviews and I go, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because there's people that acknowledge it, appreciate it, return the favor, and that keeps me going every week to say, okay, we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. Mario, keep marketing this. We got to reach more people. We got to reach more people. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for attending today. I appreciate you all. Join next week on the 22nd. We're going to be doing another training. Next week's training is awesome. I'm bringing in an outside expert, and it's going to be a really awesome conversation, something you haven't heard before. Not so much technology as much as mindset, because we're going to start to do some mindset as well as technology. Because at the end of the day, Mario and I have interviewed the top real estate influencers in the industry, and the number one thing they said that attributed to their success, Mario, what was it?
Oh my gosh. The number one?
Yeah.
I give up. I know I'm super close, but I don't want to say not the one.
Could it be mindset?
Yes. That's what
Yes,
they all said. Mindset, bar none.
exactly. All right, everybody. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be productive. Stay healthy. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you, everybody.